Hey guys, thanks for checking out the Bucked Up Podcast. If you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, like, sharing the video, we have new episodes coming out every Monday and Thursday. Enjoy. This episode is sponsored by Exotic Roots Hydro, which I have to give a huge shout out to. They are a huge supporter of the podcast, and I'm really happy to be working with them. If you're ever in Rochester, New York, and you need to learn about any of your hydroponic needs, go to their shop. You can follow them at Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. Shout out their whole team. They have an amazing venue space. They're going to be putting on tons of events. Just make sure to follow Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. And if you're ever in Rochester, definitely stop by. Let's get back into it.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you have fucked up.
So you went on tour without having any music out.
Facts. Like a motherfucker, I've been on mad tours with no music out. I've done mad shit with no music out. That's why people be asking me, like, how the fuck you do all this shit? Like, I come across opportunities. Like, that's what I appreciate. Like, I've been doing music for a while. Like, I signed my first deal in like 9/7 or some shit like that. Like,
9/7.
yeah.
How's the year I was born?
We ain't gonna talk about my age now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the first person that signed me was like Isaac Wright.
Oh yeah.
You know Isaac Wright?
Yeah.
Fucking
Back in
for life. Yeah.
Back in 9/7.
Back in 9/7, yo.
Damn. How old were you? You don't have to say how old you are now, but how old were you when you were there?
Shit, I was that age, you know. No,
Were you taking it seriously?
No. I mean, we tried to at that time. At that time, I was in my clique, you know what I'm saying, Crime Lords. My brother, Griff, my man Stick J, our producer Criminal. We got signed. We was doing shit like New Eurekans Poets Lounge, New Eurekans Poets Cafe, Buddha Bar, Lyricist Lounge, shit like that. And you know, our dumbasses used to think it was cool to kill the stage, drop the mic, and walk right out the venue and shit instead of networking and shit. Like, you know, these dumbasses thought it was cool. We hit the train and shit, start bouncing, smoking and shit. Like, yeah, we killed it and just walked out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Did you learn that mentality then, or do you mean you feel that now? Like, looking back, you wish you were like sticking around those
looking
events?
back, if I really took it as serious as I wanted to, with the love that I was getting as a team with my clique and what we was doing, and like, you know, we was having like, you know, label meetings and shit. Like, CJ was always getting into certain things, and he did like street promotion, like, you know what I'm saying? She was like street team and shit, so we had all types of links and shit, but I ain't never, like, you know what I mean? We was in the streets, we ain't really take it too serious.
Yeah. And you kept doing that, but you kept still making music.
Yeah, we just like, you know what I mean?
In the back of your mind, was there a voice like, nah, this is what you really
It wasn't. The back of my mind was everybody in the fucking hood, everybody I came across after like years and years, just be like, damn, you still not on? You still not doing that? Like, you know what I mean? We shit, smoke, I play all types of music, and then niggas be like, damn, son, put that shit out. And then me being my own worst critic, it's like, I gotta find the right mix. I got, like, even right now, trying to fucking put out this next single, I'm going through like fucking 3-4 motherfucking engineers that got credentials, that do shit for other people, and then they send it back, and I'm still like, damn, why it sound like that? Like, so I need to go over it more. Like, then I start playing shit on like iTunes and Apple Music, and I'll be like, yo, then I play my shit, and I'll be like, yo, it don't sound like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta reach out to that engineer.
Yeah, but that's literally what we were talking about before the podcast.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, you listen to some episodes, and I get listens on the podcast, but to me, I'm like, this shit sucks. I can't listen to it. I have to, put it on 2 times the speed and get through it just to get clips. But having producers like Irish and Ani do it for me, like,
and then,
I needed that.
And now you got lo-fi waves, people mixing shit like they don't give a fuck. The shit just rocking. I'm still sitting over here like, nah, my shit gotta sound
because
like,
it's not about like,
no, my shit gotta sound like Dr. Dre putting my shit out, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Word.
But your shit's crazy, like to have, to have your the only single you have out, like
Yeah,
knock out the window and shit.
I got some
like,
good ass. I got great love. I got mad fucking plays off of the shit. Like, and I'm still like behind the scenes. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I fuck with a lot.
You
of
still
niggas.
feel that way. You still are like,
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
all right. But you say you want to drop your next album December.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna happen? You
Yeah,
think
it's gonna
you're
happen.
gonna hold
It's
yourself
not- it's
accountable to
It's
it?
gonna happen because I got people behind me that's really working with me and making shit happen and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
especially people like Bogota, Burton and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like Nikki and motherfucking shit, Beach. Zay, I got mad people behind my team. I mean, E-Rock right here. E-Rock rock with me whenever he can, like for years. Like, you know what I mean? But
You have to have like, as like a creative mind, you have to be hard on yourself, because if you weren't hard on yourself, you wouldn't want to get better. You'd just be like, I'm good. But you also need someone else to say your shit's good, because like you're also your worst critic. Like,
yeah, and I had mad opportunities with this music shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in the 2000s, we picked up, moved to Texas, started doing music, had all types of situations, and it's like, you know, I started meeting different people, and next thing you know, it's like, you know, the streets is always there. So it's like I always fell back to the streets. Like,
you think it was a mentality
my
thing,
shit.
or was it like a necessity thing?
I mean, it's always a necessity. You live, you know what I'm saying, certain lifestyle shit that I know and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? I could be here doing one thing, but next thing you know, I meet somebody else with another situation. It's like, yeah, I could really kill this. So it's like I fell back from music mad times. Like, but people
Yeah.
always, you know, people always like bring me back into the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you gonna do this. Nah, this tour's coming up. Nah, you gonna do this tour. Like, nah, we gonna put you in. We gonna plug you in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we
Yeah.
gonna set you up. Like, you know what I mean? See, I got set up with you, y'all. We gonna set you up. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
Sam, and y'all gonna do bucked up. All right, cool. Just let me know. I'm gonna pull it up. Cause other than that, like, I'm gonna be focused on what I do on my daily. Like, I gotta I gotta do this 150%. Cause I know I could do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how when you feel like you gotta be the best at what you do and niggas can't fuck with you. I feel that. I'm humble. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like that. Like, I know I can rock. Like,
But you do, you know, yeah, because you stuck with it since like 9/7, like before that you were like to stick with it. If
it's
it
because I
wasn't,
love music. I love rapping. You know what I'm saying? I don't really write and shit. So
yeah,
it's
but
like
you're
I can
going
go
on
in the booth and
tours,
just
which
have
is
fun.
not like an
now
easy
it's
thing
different
to
though.
do.
Now I'm taking the shit like, you know what I mean? I'm taking my
But
time.
that's what I
I'm
mean.
going
It's a
away.
is it a mentality switch? Like what?
Oh yeah. Now it's like, fuck it. We're gonna rock. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put out shit. I got all this fucking music, you know what I'm saying? I see the love, like, you know what I'm saying? I step off stage, I see the love, I see people buying merch. Like, I ain't somebody that you know, like, it's like you could tell when an artist is knowing everybody singing they shit in the crowd, knowing they shit. This is the first time people even seeing me.
Yeah.
And then start noticing the transition. You know, when you step on it, you look at the stage, you seeing people's eyes, I start rocking. But then when people start really noticing, like, oh, this motherfucker talking some shit. Like, yeah, I'm talking that shit. Like, you know what I mean? And then that shit is love. That shit inspiring me. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go hard, get my merch shit going, do the music.
What changed?
My drive, my emails and my DMs. I see people looking out for it. Like, people hitting me up. Like, yo, you killed that shit. Like, when you gonna drop shit? Like, say what you said. Like, you got one song out there, all these, you know, little features and shit. But
Yeah.
trust me, I got so much music. I got mad, even outside of just me with mad music and myself, I got mad features and motherfuckers like, damn, you got a song with something? Like, yeah, I got mad features. Like, you know what I mean? I got some joints. Like,
So now you are gonna push. You're gonna put it like.
yeah, that's it. I'm going. As long as motherfuckers work with me, that's it. I'm with it. Cause it's like I ain't gonna front like I said, man. I be like 70-75% with it. I don't wake up with it and think like, you know what I mean. Even though I know I can make this money off of hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying.
But no one does. Like, talent is the foot in the door. Like, it's the
Yeah.
drive after that. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm the most talented at what I do, but I know I can outwork people.
Yeah.
Like, and the most,
Yeah.
like, we all know, like, the most talented rappers don't get the most success. the most talented comedian, the funniest comedians don't get the most success. It's the ones that like work the hardest.
Yeah,
You
nah,
know?
but that's how I feel like. I be seeing like some people be reaching certain accolades, and I just be like, damn, son, I don't think he that nice. Like, not to judge everybody, but you know, you got your own preferences and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody got their own fans, but I be like, damn, son ain't nice like that. But he at a event, he meeting all the right people and shit like that.
That's
You know
why I
what I
asked
mean?
about the mentality thing, is because like before this, no one knew who I was. You know what I mean? And I just had to make like a choice in my mind where I was like, all right, I am going to make a difference. Like, I am going to just change what I'm doing. I'm going to take myself professionally. And there was like a day in my life that I remember doing that,
That's
you
dope.
know?
Hell yeah, that's dope.
And so
man.
like it is it kind of sucks because you want to be like it's everything else, but it's like
I want to be
hold
more.
it,
Yeah, I want to be more. I guess I want to be more serious with, like, you know, people be like, yo, you about to go on stage, fam, how you feel? Da, 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 da. Like, I'm like, to be honest with you, I don't even get the butterflies no more, man. I'm about to just go on stage and get the fucking, and just love and do what I want to do and shit. But it's like not
That's great though.
like, you
Like
know
you
what
can
I'm
get
saying?
you got your
Nah, I miss
10,000
that.
hours.
I miss that.
You
Like,
miss
know what I
it?
mean? I don't know what it is, but I miss those butterflies. Like, I miss walking on now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but aren't those butterflies what's holding or what
I used to love
held
that
you
shit.
back
Like, I
from
used to-
releasing
I
music?
used to I remember back in days like open mics and shit. You used to be like, damn, so I'm about to go up next. Holy shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, yo, am I going up next or what? Like, he gonna go up before me? Like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Now it's like more business, more coordination and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What would make you feel nervous again, do you think?
Nothing. I think it's just gonna be a whole different type of excitement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the more love I get, the more love I give out. Like, I feel like my biggest fan is in the middle of motherfucking bubble fuck somewhere, and right now, my job is to figure out how the fuck I need to work to market and promote myself to reach his ears. So, you know what I'm saying?
What are you doing?
It's a win-win
Like,
for both of us.
how does like an artist do that? Like I know how to do it as a comedian, you know what I mean? But like
I mean, shit. Right now, I'm on shit. I just put the motherfucking saddle on the horse back. So right now, we ready to giddy up
yeah.
and see where it's going. I'm working with people. I got the right people behind me right now. I feel like now it's time to go. Like, you know what I mean? Drop this new shit and just keep dropping from there. It's not like I gotta go to the studio. Like, I could drop fucking a song every day of the motherfucking year right now. Like,
Are you
know what I mean?
do you get like nervous to drop?
Nah, I think I get nervous on quality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think it's nervous. I just unsatisfied. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my ego out the motherfucking way. I get my ego out the way and I can just push.
You
it
gotta
out.
do some DMT or mushrooms
Yeah,
or
you know what I'm
some
saying?
shit.
I just gotta get my ego out the way and push it out, because that's what everybody. I get text messages from fan people all types of day, like, yo, drop some shit. Like, I got people, my man Zaya randomly drop it, text me out the blue, like, yo, drop some shit. And I be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got you. Son,
What
it's
do you
coming.
feel like's the craziest thing that you're sitting on right now?
Wow. Pharmaceutical Schemes joint with motherfucking Pharma Beats is crazy. Like, that's like this hard street, like, you know what I'm saying? Boom
Yeah.
bap shit, like, you know what I mean? I got all types of shit on that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got shit. You know what I mean?
You said you got a joint with Conway?
Yeah, I got a joint with Khan. I ain't dropped it yet. It's called Crime Wave. It's produced by Green Lantern.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, this joint is crazy. I got a lot of love performing that shit on this tour too. You know what I'm saying?
Like how long have you been sitting on that project or that track?
That track, I've been sitting on it for a hot minute. I've been sitting on a lot of things for a hot minute. Like, I got some dope ass features. I got some dope ass production. I got some dope ass producers on my lineup. Like, but I got them spread out through different projects. So I got this quality. I got quality product, which is actually from this shit. This is called Synonyms of Success, and
Dope
that's like my
artwork.
main. Appreciate you. That's like my main album after this Pharmaceutical Schemes joint. But Pharmaceutical Schemes is something crazy. Like,
You think about doing like what Flea Lord does and just drop a project a month?
I could. That's just. I mean, that's a dope idea. Like,
That's
you know
what
what I'm
worked for it.
saying?
Made. I
Like,
mean,
you
he
know what I'm
got
saying?
on doing that
Yeah,
shit.
Blueprints is dope like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen there's another artist I seen the other day. He's putting like a 30 days video every single day. That's dope promo and shit like that. Like, I got videos I ain't even put out yet. Like,
That's so crazy. Like,
yeah. I got a video done right now from a joint produced by Eric Sherman. That's pretty much done. And I'm like, damn, I can't really drop that yet because I got this other project to drop.
but you can't like. You know how many rappers
Yeah, I could
would
throw 'em
give
out,
their
drop
fucking
them
like
shits out,
left
like,
nut
yeah,
to
I got it,
fucking
yeah.
have a track with
shit,
Green Lantern
shit,
and Conway
the
or
video
Eric
done by
Sermon.
Street Heat, Will C and them. Like,
Yeah, like, and you're
I did
just
some
sitting on
shit,
there. Do you
yeah.
like that feeling of just
nah, I
like?
don't like that feeling. Like, cause it's like, yo, I mean, I like it. I rock to it. I play, you know, my people's rock to it. Like, yo, this
Yeah.
shit rock. Like, you know what I mean? I performed it on tour. Like, I know like people's rocking it because it's an unreleased song. So I'm like, you know what I mean? As soon as it dropped, everybody was rocking with me. So it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna drop that eventually.
Were you like this scene? Like the music is on now, and it wasn't always on. Like this is a good time too.
What's crazy is in my teens, we used to do that shit every day, focus and grind and try to get on and do the shit until I kind of like lost that passion. And now I got it back, and it's like, it's kind of different though, because it's not the same passion. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm older, like, let's get this shit going. I see where it's going.
It's a
Like,
necessity.
you know what I'm saying? And I see, and my type of hip hop is like coming back to a certain forefront. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you said that you were like, you know,
Yeah, I'm over here smoking the shit out this donut.
this shit's great. This donut. Well, you were
Word.
saying that you were like
Or shout out to Must Be Nice. Reno got dank on the donuts. Bro.
in the studio like early with some like people who are on now or have been on. Like, you know, you were talking like Rock Marcy, like he's the godfather to all this shit.
Rock is some shit. Rock is the man, son. Like,
He like
niggas
he's,
ain't understand that flow. Back in the days, niggas ain't understand that flow. That shit was something, you know what I mean? Authentic, like. back
and you
in-
guys were doing like
He had he had this gold tape. Him and my man Ox, Zoe and Ox in the hood. Like they was like the first from like me being in the hood and all. They was like the first people that was like they had like they pictures and they promos in the corner store and shit like that. Zoe and Ox and Rock Marcy. They put out a gold tape called Prophecy. And that shit was all through the hood, all through Long Island and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Word, nigga, and they show love, like, you know what I'm saying?
did you realize back then that shit was different?
What, Rock Flow?
Just like
Hell
that
yeah.
music was like
Hell yeah. Like, that's what I do. Now, you know how people be saying, like, I got people that come up to me like, yo, son, it's dope. Like the Grizelda sound, like, you know, Grizelda sound is out, and like, and how I feel that you on that way. And I'm like, yeah, I respect it, but it's what I've been doing my whole life. So I appreciate it. Like, I love the fact that Grizelda's bringing it back to the forefront. Like, you know.
but that's what I mean about Rock Marcy's like you know,
Oh,
like he's the one who was like before all
Rock,
that.
Nah,
shit.
before
Like,
that, like Rock. Yeah, Rock is the fucking
But
the godfather of that
what
shit.
Griselda did do is show that you didn't have to be like young and like
fir-
in it. Like you can rap about
The-
like your past.
Me personally, the first time I got put on to Griselda was because they had a song with Rock back in the days, and it was like they had a video out. I forgot what joint it was, but you know I was rocking. I know I'm watching.
Yeah.
women
What year
rock
was
shit.
that?
It was years ago. It was years ago, like, you know what I mean? And that's where I came across it, like, oh, these niggas rocking with Rock.
Yeah.
And then I started going through their videos and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, that shit dope. And then years pass, and then it's like, yo, I got an opportunity to rock on Benny Tour. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going to rock on Benny Tour. You know what I'm
And
saying?
now you feel like it's your time.
Yeah, like, I mean, I just got...
Or you gotta make it your time.
I gotta make it my time. I feel like it could have always been my time if I took it serious. Like, you know what I mean? But my focus was get right. If I go platinum in the streets, and I come back and blow platinum over beats. You know what I'm saying?
Do you regret that time or are you happy? Like,
part of me does, but you can't cry over spilled milk, man. That shit's the past, man. I say that shit all the time, man. Like, when I bump into people now, like they see me doing tours and, my songs out, whatever. Everybody feel like I'm doing more than actually what I'm actually doing, like what I'm about to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, don't you feel like you should have been on? You should have been doing that. Like, I don't really want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, that shit, yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I'm good.
But
my family
but
good.
that's the crazy thing.
I'm great doing what I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, if your family's good, that's the most important.
I'm good, fam good,
but like,
extended fam good. Like,
but
you
you
know
are doing shit that like most rappers would like dream about doing, like the tracks you got, or like just sitting on that, or like no matter like what, like getting on certain tours or having a fucking Bernard artwork fucking piece or any of that shit. It's like
B-Doc, give me some
that's
dope shit.
it's funny. Before we were
Bobby
talking
Capri.
about the podcast, before we started, I was talking about like being in the eye of the storm. You don't realize what's happening around you. And I feel like that's kind of how, like, what you know what I mean? Like, you are,
right now,
like,
right now, I'm kind of in that predicament right now. Just like you said it, like,
yeah.
like right now, I could really turn it up. Like from what I'm doing, like the love I'm getting, the people that I'm coming across that showing me love. It's like I could really turn it up, and I as I should. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to market yourself, though. That's the
sure.
hard thing. Is like, I'm good at marketing other shit.
Yeah, I don't
but
trust
it's
a lot
hard
of people,
to,
so
like,
I try to keep it in house and just.
That's the thing.
do
but
everything,
you
like-
gotta find a team. The team is.
Ain't
like,
nobody gonna run around and be like, "Yo, I did this for S.K.E. and then I did it." No, nigga. I reached out and we made that shit happen through me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I get the business correct.
Totally.
Like I always make sure the business correct.
No, I
like.
feel that way totally, but I also feel like, I don't know. I feel like I need to have a team, like, like the Benny tour, or the fucking or the Con tour or what. Like they have a fucking team with that, you know, like.
Yeah.
There's a team of people who are all dedicated.
I got
to the one
right
thing.
now, since I'm just getting back into it and starting it. Like back in the days, I had that team.
You got double joined.
Back in the days, that team was there, but after all these years, it just gets to like S.K.E. ain't taking it serious. So niggas fall back and start living their lives. Everybody do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And then right now, I got a handful of people that's dedicated and really rock with me. Some people took time off of their own shit just to rock with me because they, of course, everybody got their own dreams and want to be there and dedicate their time and invest their time to do what they got to do. But they all for me. They all rocking for me, you know what I'm saying?
But if you start dropping shit heavy,
everybody gonna pop back up like, yo, just they doing now. Like,
or it's not even that. You know that meme that was fucking going wild on Instagram a couple weeks ago where it's like, strangers will make you rich. It's not, like,
and that's the truth though.
And like I feel like that's the thing is like
That's
I
the
love
truth,
all my
though.
friends, but it's like I get love from people I don't even know. Like,
But then your friends see the love that you getting from other people, and now they be like, "Oh, yeah, I always knew that you." You know what I mean? Like,
but if you start
Well, I don't
dropping
really
shit,
care
you
about
could
that
have
shit.
people help you that don't even like. You can. I know it's hard to trust people, but like you can. Energy's a real thing. You know when someone's like.
yeah, I'm a second-degree Reiki practitioner. Like, I
Oh,
follow,
are you?
Yeah, I follow energy. Like, you know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
you
Yeah.
all right? So like,
yeah, I follow energy.
how'd
like
you
a
get into that
motherfucker.
shit?
I'm shit. I went to massage school. One of my
For
teachers,
real?
Yeah, one of my teachers was a Reiki master.
That's the thing I would have guessed the least that you were gonna say.
Word the mother.
my friend.
Because I was doing like sensual massages and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You gotta fucking.
I had a whole business with like, you know what I mean, with doing like sensual massages for ladies and shit. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, one of my mans took me to like one of the little Asian spots, and I'm like, yo, what? Like, I could do women do this? Started doing little bullshit ads and shit like that.
Yeah.
Had a little
You're
motherfucker.
fucking business.
Yeah, I
man.
had a little motherfucker, like a little. You know what
You
I'm
should have
saying?
been playing your mixtapes while giving those massages.
And then I drove past, like, you know what I mean, school and shit. I ended up going to like an open house and ended up actually going.
And then you got into Reiki and
I ended
shit.
up, yeah, well, shit. Or, Word.
Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by the podcast Woody Two Shoes, hosted by comedian Thatcher Wood. Other than being a really good friend, Thatcher is one of the funniest comedians and podcasters I know. Woody Two Shoes is available on all podcast platforms. It's a comedic podcast where he interviews a different interesting person each week, and they get into a bunch of different topics. You should subscribe to his YouTube channel too. At 100 subscribers, he's giving away merch. At 500 subscribers, he's giving away a PS5. That's right. Yeah, a PS5. So make sure you go subscribe to Woody Two Shoes on YouTube and follow Thatcher on Instagram at Wood Two Shoes. 2 is in the number. Wood Two Shoes on Instagram. Let's get back into it.
That's
I'm a
crazy.
2nd degree Reiki practitioner.
Wow.
I could do massages and all that, but fuck that. Like, I'm good.
See, all right, you are one of those people that you can do what you want to do when you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
You know?
My brain, like, you know what I'm saying? My man Murder used to say it all the time. Like, my brain is trained to get the money. He used to say this all day. My brain is trained to get the money.
That's a crazy way to get money. That's like, I didn't even know that was a job you could get.
What?
You're going to inspire a lot of people to want to go to massage school after this.
Oh, I mean, it's not a job that you could get. It's a job that I created.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing it before I actually went to the school.
Yeah. And what made you get into Reiki then? Because that's a
My
completely different.
My Swedish technique teacher was a Reiki master.
Yeah.
And I was just like, like...
I'm not going to say names, but my friend and DMT shaman is also like really like,
I guess that's why,
a Reiki.
That's
teacher
why
and
I'm
all.
so calm and shit. Like, that's why, like...
Yeah, that
like,
makes
I'm
total...
so, like... Don't nothing really, like, you know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah.
mad humble, like, I'm good, like, you know what I'm saying?
I noticed
like,
that when you went up on stage, you just go up there and you're slow with it and you're chill,
Yeah.
and you act like you just belong there and it's like nothing.
Yeah, I
like,
just be like, no, because I'm rapping.
You-
I'm here to talk some shit. Like, I talk that talk. Like, I'm
you
not here,
you
like,
re-
I
yeah,
don't
no, you
rap.
spit bars.
My
on
rap
some
is
real-
different. Like, I'm over here talking about what I know. Like I don't give myself, like, I don't come up, like...
You have any massage or Reiki
like,
bars?
Shit. You know what it is, too? Like, I'm not big on, like, the bars.
Yeah.
That's like everything you hear on hip hop right now, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, whole Iron Like Mike or something like that. Every rap, I don't give a fuck. Call a rap out. They got mad at them shits.
Yeah.
I'm not big on that. I appreciate
That started
it.
with
That's
the
the art.
Lil.
I
That's
love
the
that
Lil
shit.
Wayne punchline.
I love
shit.
that shit. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I love that shit, but that's not me. I don't know, for some reason, just me personally, I be trying to avoid that. Like, I have, like, you can find it somewhere through all my fucking library of songs that I have that I ain't put out, but I'm big on that. Like, I try not to focus on it. Like, I got a joint that I did with the whole thing, calling it, like, you know what I'm saying, because of that, and it points out, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. That makes
Yeah.
like, now that you said that, it makes complete sense about your like energy, your calmness. Like, I'm a very anxious energy. Like, and I try really hard to like meditate and run and do yoga and do different shit to
Hey,
like.
yo, I used to be a real aggressive, like, you know what I'm saying, get mad. Like, yo, I can't get mad for more than 6 minutes right now.
I'm the same way. I used to be like,
I'll be mad as fuck 6 minutes later. I'm just like, yo, you good? Because I'm good. Like, I'm going to figure it out. I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm still alive. I'll figure that shit out. It ain't nothing to me.
my ego
I done
was
took
my
some
problem.
crazy losses in my life. So it's like,
Yeah.
all that shit come back tenfold. Like,
Did you get into it to get away from anger, or was that just a byproduct of
man.
something that happened?
S.K.E, short for scheme. Everybody used to call me Scheme. Man, people know me Scheme. Growing up, I've schemed everything. Scheme. Everything I do, I scheme. You know what I mean? And that shit turned into a scheme. That shit was a scheme to me. I heard they say, yo, Reiki, you could just put... The teacher's example was just like, if someone had cancer or like their knee was fucked up or some shit like that, and then you could just put your hand over it and for an hour, and then if nothing happens, you could just tell them like, yo, you just need more Reiki sessions. I said, yo, sign me up. Like, you know what I mean? I could do that shit all day.
Yeah, but it ended up working out for you.
$100 an hour, 150. I ain't believing that shit. I said, what? Let me do this shit. I took my first degree. They did the attunement. Then I come back to class, to the massage school like the next week, whatever. And then my classmates on the low, they was just like, yo, did you feel it? Did you get to go through like the detox and like did you feel it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I feel like I'm on punk. Like what are you talking about? I ain't feeling nothing. Like we go back to get the second degree. I'm like, I'm gonna get more money now. She talking about, you could send energy through a picture or an address and, positive energy, and then start showing all the hand signs and all that. I'm like, yeah, this shit bullshit. She gonna do the second attunement. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck, like, but I'm about to start charging people $200 an hour.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be a Reiki master, and I'm gonna be just like this lady walking around the room charging other people to be first degree and second degree. I'm about to make mad money off of this shit. Then that second attunement smacked me in the face. I went through a crazy detox, went through mad shit. Like, shit had me feeling all types of craziness. And
It worked?
I was
The
sick
second one
I was
worked?
sick for like a day or two and shit. And now I feel energy. Like,
So
I
the
feel-
second one worked.
I ain't gonna front. Like, it's hard to explain it.
Nah,
People be like, yo, they don't really understand. Like, yo,
that's crazy.
I do Reiki. I don't do the massage no more. I don't do Reiki sessions no more. I incorporate it with what I do and all that. But
Can I the way you describe
Reiki
that?
shit is real. Like, that shit is energy. Like, I ain't like, this was the motherfucker. If I ain't feel right about this shit, I'd have been downstairs. Like, yo, I can't find the address, bro.
No,
You know what I mean? We're gonna have to do this podcast through a Zoom. So, you know
No,
what I mean?
totally, dude. Not that this is but I was in a dark place, and the guy was talking about earlier. The Reiki guy administered a DMT trip on me, the first one I ever did, and my life changed after that.
See,
I don't know how to describe
that's
it.
why I don't want to try DMT. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've met a person who hasn't tried DMT and you can't tell a life-changing event has happened to them.
It is crazy.
I honestly don't.
But
you know
that's
what
how
I mean?
you just described your second Reiki healing, bro. It's a life-changing way, and that is a life-changing way. When it's not a bad,
No, it's
it
not
literally
bad.
it made
But
me.
if I feel like if I'm already got a certain type of energy and all that shit, like I don't want to be.
you shouldn't
know
do
what
it
I
if you
mean?
don't feel like it.
Yeah.
But for me, I was going down a path of darkness, and I
Yo.
did it, and it changed,
Yo,
and I started this
that shit-
podcast because
that
of it.
shit
Like,
that shit brings a lot. Yo, that shit turns people into some positive, enlightened motherfuckers, and that's what I like about it. It ain't not for me, but I didn't see nothing bad off of it. I just see people enlightened off of that shit. Like there's some, I just feel like some people might have took a little bit too much and just dedicated themselves to it a little too hard.
I know those people
and then,
too.
Like that's what I don't. You know what I mean? Like you know
yeah,
what I mean?
those
I don't
crazy.
wanna-
You
I
go
don't
up
wanna-
to the.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into a DMT preacher talking about I see you from the clouds and shit. I don't want
Nah.
that shit,
I don't
you
like
know,
that
man.
shit either. I just want to do it so I'm not an anxious person that holds myself back.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like you know how to do it. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Some people like I don't want to. I ain't trying nothing that ain't gonna have me come
But
back.
that's what we talked about. Like, I'm so happy that we're just smoking weed right now. Like, no tobacco, no, like, I like to keep shit like.
shit is nasty. I used to do it.
I
Don't get
used
me
to
wrong.
do it, yeah. I used to too.
I used to go hard body. You know what I'm saying? I used to-
Backwoods, frontos, fucking.
Like I told you, I like my time differently. You know, I used to smoke Fonto by itself.
No, I'm not talking about like like roll it up in the fucking leaf.
I used to smoke Fonto by itself.
Oh, by itself.
The Fonto leaf, we used to cut the shit and roll up the whole Fonto leaf. Shit, Fonto leaf used to be like $1, some shit like that.
Yeah,
back
that's
in the days.
nasty as fuck.
I used to have mad 12-12s for other shit, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I used to have little 12-12 bags and motherfuckers staple them shit to like little nick bags, 9 bags and shit, and give it like a little Fonto leaf niggas shit. They used to get the bag and roll up the Fonto. Like we used to smoke actual like now that's just nasty. Like I don't,
Yeah, that shit's nasty.
I don't fuck with no tobacco and shit like that. Like you know
What
I
made
mean?
you make the switch?
just being in the fucking, just being around the fucking bud, like, you know what I mean? Just being around so much bud, being around people, learning about, like, you know, being around, like, certain farms and growing and shit, like, Everybody looking at me like, yo, man, we over here growing this shits, terps and flavors and all this shit and trying to find different ways of doing cleaner grows and all this small batch shit and all this fucking vegan grows that cost mad bread and you over here mixing fucking, you putting that shit with tobacco, like, nigga, like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm from New York, niggas. Like, I'm gonna keep smoking motherfucking Dutches and shit like that and backwoods and shit like that. Now it's like, when you stop smoking that shit, you feel the difference. You feel the big ass. I'm like, you know what I mean? Anybody who smoked that tobacco, everybody got the same line. Yo, fuck that, it's the kick, you know what I mean? Like, you feel it in your chest. And don't get me wrong, do what you do. I know it. I used to be saying the same shit. Like, you know
And
what
I
mean?
still said the same shit for like 2 weeks afterwards. After I quit, I was still like, man, I miss it. Like, after that 2 weeks, you do feel
Yeah,
different.
because you're addicted to tobacco. Like,
Yeah.
that kick, like, you know
It's
what
the
I'm
same thing as cigarettes.
You
Like,
can always
people
look,
don't want to admit it,
defend
but it's
it,
the
just
same
be
thing.
honest. Like, yo, I like the motherfucker smoke the motherfucking nasty ass tobacco because I like this shit. Don't tell me it makes the weed better. You get a better kick. You better. Don't tell
Nah.
nigga, you don't need to cut weed, nigga. Like,
It-
with something worse that people are already addicted to on their own. Like, you don't
Yeah.
need that shit. Like, don't get me wrong. To each his own and shit like that. But just don't have me in them ciphers. Like, niggas niggas in the hood know that shit. I pull up on the block like, nah, yeah, I'm good. Like, y'all can smoke my shit, da 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 da. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm the exact same
And
way.
they be like,
People
nah,
will
I
be
don't really want to, like, only because it's you be having some crazy shit, but, you know what I mean? I ain't going to smoke it because I need that kick. Like,
Yesterday, 1,000 Word show, they were like, nah, don't say Sam the Blunt.
yeah.
And it's like, nah, I don't want to. I'll roll a joint right now.
Please, no extras. I don't need no extras with my weed,
Yeah.
man. I want to taste it. Everybody, I don't taste tobacco.
How old were
with
you
all
when
my
you
shit.
first smoked weed?
Shit. Shit. It was early preteens. Early. Shit, we was hustling early. We was on the block early. We was fucking, oh man.
You like it right away?
I think the first day I smoked weed, I didn't get high.
I didn't either, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When the OGs and shit used to sell fucking nicks in the whole fucking hood, used to cop and fire ass shit. I remember, I think it was like fucking 5 people on a nick type shit. But you just get high for that shit back in the day. It's 5 y'all on a motherfucking nick bag? What?
Yeah.
High as hell from swag.
I remember having to buy, like, dime
Yo,
bags
shit,
of
what?
weed. Like, I would never do that. I
One
can't-
spliff, the whole fucking room hitting that shit. We all got high for that
I
shit.
would go to a dude who would roll joints. And they were the shittiest joints he'd roll. And I'd just buy a single joint for so much more, like, without learning how to roll that shit.
Yo, Ev, you want to set me up a dab, please?
The first time I dabbed was the first time I got, like, crazy high. Like, that was the first. I had never gotten, like, crazy high off, like, just smoking yet. But the first time I did a dab, a dude gave me, like, a 0.5 or something. And I was just like...
On your first dab?
Yeah. It was, like, probably the 10th time I ever smoked.
I've been there. I done had motherfucking dabs that had my motherfucking chin to chest. I couldn't move, couldn't do nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we just about to leave and shit like that. Like, yo, everybody just get comfortable because I ain't going nowhere. I done dabbed. I done fucked up the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done took some, now I know how to moderate it. That's why I don't fuck with the edibles like that no more.
Yeah.
I dab every day, but I ain't doing no crazy shit that's gonna fuck up my day because that shit'll fuck up your day.
I can't dab all the time because it fucks up my breathing. Like, I can smoke joints. I can't, like, but I feel like I get, like, wheezy when I do a ton of dabs.
See, but I'm smoking like a ounce and a half a motherfucking day. Like, I'm smoking like a
You're
zip
smoking an
I'm
ounce and
smoking
a
like
half
zip
a
a day, my nigga. Like,
Wait, you're smoking an ounce a day. I smoke an ounce.
I'm ODing, like, cause I smoke it like it's like cigarettes to me. Like,
No,
you know what
I
I'm saying?
smoke an ounce a week, and I feel like I smoke
an ounce a week. Oh shit! I bring a motherfucking ounce on a 2-day vacation, and I'm fucking done by the end of the night. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I want to get to that level. I need to get to that level where I can just smoke, and I don't have
Yeah,
to
it's
worry
probably
about the
like
cost
a
of it.
little less, probably like 10 joints. It's
See,
probably
like-
like 10 joints.
Yeah, I like to. That's not that bad. But
Yeah.
see, like, I like
Cause
to.
they're like 2.5, 2.5.
That's what I'm gonna be. That's what I'm
like
gonna
10
be
joints,
when I
But then
can.
I dab, like, you know what I mean? I take at least, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can dab like a half a motherfucker.
Damn.
I could dab
I'm
like
jealous
Apple,
because
man.
I would do that if I could. And I will someday, but that's not in the cards right now.
I mean, I don't recommend it. Word.
You don't recommend it?
Yeah, you know, I follow every penny to
Mhm.
my worth, to my value, what I spend every day. Like,
And you're getting
you
the
sit
pack.
down, you sit down, and you start thinking about, you know what I mean? Like, I really smoke. I mean, life's great, but you know what I mean? It could be greater, but I smoke weed. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, that's the. I mean, that's the cost of some other shit is like.
I don't got no other vices and shit
Yeah.
like that. Fuck that. I'm not a heavy drinker and shit. I smoke weed.
Yeah,
I prefer,
sipping is like crazy
I prefer
expensive.
bud on everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need restaurants. I need to, I need to whisper like, yo, can we smoke in this restaurant? I need to smoke. Like, I smoke everywhere. I smoke everything I do. Like,
Yeah. Have you ever taken a break? Like a long break?
I mean, not super long. Like, you hit the county and shit a couple days and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
until you bail out type shit. Like,
No,
I
I
ain't been no
feel
long
you.
bid or nothing like that. But,
No, I mean, like, have you ever
Nah,
been like,
right.
I'm gonna take a fucking tolerance break?
well, shit, unless I was in the hospital or something.
Yeah.
But nah, tolerance break, I could try it.
Damn, you're on some fucking an ounce a day is.
Sound good.
Hey, and you're smoking good shit. The shit you were showing me was insane.
Yeah, pass the smoke.
Yeah, do you mind if I hold the bag up?
Yeah.
This shit's awesome. Why'd you do all the like religious weed?
Man, I had that idea for like fucking damn near 15 years. And like, I had that shit for mad long and shit, the idea. And everybody doing weed bags, and I just been bullshitting. I always stay around with different types. But I said, fuck it.
Did you smell this shit, Irish?
So let me try that shit.
How do you feel like you like
yeah,
all
so I
the
went and found seeds and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like you were on the weed shit, you were on the like rap shit, that all the shit you feel like this is your time because like now all of it's coming to the forefront.
Yeah, it's my time to take it serious. My time to let it out. My time to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't expect much. I just expect to be heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about big fame and shit like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I love hip hop. I love rap. I love fans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got mad fans, but I have fans, and that shit is dope. Like, you know
How many
what
projects are you sitting on?
I mean? You trying to get me out.
I think that's what we're
Trying to let
doing.
everybody know, like, this thing could be bullshit for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got mad projects.
Mad
I
projects.
got mad projects. I got albums.
No,
got
I don't
EPs,
mean-
that shit.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
shit done. Like, I got mad shit, like, ready to go mix and master.
Do you have a plan for all of it? Like
I got a
are
plan
you-
for everything until I feel comfortable fucking with the sound. Like, you know what I mean? That's all it is, man.
Will you
Like,
ever put shit out that you record like recently?
I focus. I focus more on.
Can I take one of those?
I guess I'm focusing
Appreciate
more on recent shit now than the older shit that I was gonna release, and the shit that still new. Old shit is still new to everybody that didn't hear it and shit like that.
Well, that's
But I got joints and joints, but then eventually I keep on doing music. You know what I mean? I can hit a studio session and just fucking. Cause what I do is, back in the days I used to be one of the dudes that just rap in my head and walk around the whole room and like I pace and everybody chilling writing and shit. And I'm just walking around and I come up with the verse in my head, then I'll come and I'll spit it and shit. And now it's like I'm gonna come in and write it on the mic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be like, yo, hit record, fuck up. The engineer already knows. Like as soon as I stop, don't talk and be like, yo, you ready? Do it again. Like, no, just hit it. I'm gonna keep on going in. You know what? Let's keep that. Punch me in from there, and I'm gonna write it through the verse, shit like that. Like,
yeah. Do you feel like a need? Like, do you not even want to make music right now?
nah, I never want to not make music. I love that shit. I'm the type of motherfucker that be on. I want to do my whole set during a mic check, and they be like, "You good?" Like I'm saying, I keep going. Like I like that shit. I love the mic. I love rapping. I love that shit. You know what I mean? I got a story to tell. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody got a story to tell, but I got a motherfucking story to tell. Like,
And it's your fucking.
Or
You have it recorded. Like, do you like the feeling of just playing it for your friends and like the people around you?
I do. And that shit sucks because I'm just limited. I'm limiting that just to my peoples. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you feel like with this next album, do you have like? So you said it's dropping December, and what's it called?
Goals
With
goals,
Pharma
goals
Beats.
dropping on December. Pharmaceutical Schemes, fully produced by Pharma Beats. And yeah, this shit hard. This is like boom bap era. You know what I'm saying?
Why is this the first one you're putting out?
It's a good ass question. You know what I mean? I guess it's sign of the times. Sign of the times. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's the way. Like, there's some hard shit. They got different shit. You know what I mean? There's storytelling and shit. There's all types of vibes and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? There's some
Yeah.
free shit though. Like,
And then, how did you link up with Burton?
um,
Because when he vouched for you, like I saw you perform, but then when he vouched for you, you know, it's
well,
like,
that's like fam. That's like fam.
Yeah,
like,
nah,
he
he's
been
a-
holding me down. We linked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
pardon
um,
while I die.
like he popped up on the Benny tour, and my man Sean Strange linked me with him. Like Sean been like the Strange been like the dot connector. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't like he one of the people that believe in me too. Like so he'd be like, yo, S.K.E, I got an opportunity for you, and then like I sat down with motherfucking Bogota Burton, and we kicked it. Like had a little meeting, played us some joints. And, you know, he looked at me like what everybody else fucking do. They look at me like, why the fuck aren't you out? Like, why the fuck aren't you dropping this? Like, I'm like, I'm like, I'm ready to go. We came up with a game plan, said this is what we're going to do. Drop some music, rock it, like, you know what I mean? Then at the same time, the opportunity for motherfucking to get on this level, get you killed tour with Conway. Like, fuck it. Like, I already did Benny shit. I rock with that. My tour before that was Europe. We did Europe with Eric Sherman. So I'm like, fuck it. COVID came. I ain't performed in like 2 years. I ain't been on tour. Love to Get You Killed tour popped up. I said, fuck it. I'm going to jump on that. That's my wave also. That's my,
Did you have the song with Conway before the tour?
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I had that shit for a minute.
What do you feel
I
like?
got the artwork for it and all that ready.
Yeah.
I
Who
ain't
did the
gonna lie.
artwork?
I'm doing mad different shit, you know what I'm saying? So I got Trevor Lang doing he got one. Blaine Boogie got one. And V.A. Capri got one. You know what I'm saying? So we got 3 different artworks.
That's fucking
So,
dope.
Man, Bobby Capri dope. Like, yeah, they all dope at what they do. So I'm like,
Do you have a plan to like do your own tour, or like what you're gonna do when the album drops
that's
and
my,
shit?
That's my next thing I'm working on now. But, you know, I can't do a tour for one motherfucking single. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah.
So I'm going to drop this next single, $1 Million Moves, is off of Pharmaceutical Schemes. And then...
Are there any features on Pharmaceutical Schemes?
Yeah, I got Rome Streets on the joint. I got my
Do you?
bangers from the squad, like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's only right, like, you know what I'm saying? I also know Rome from the town, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, like, you know, Rome is super
He's
dope.
having a crazy year, yeah.
Yeah, he's super. I've always told him that from the giddy up, from like, you know what I'm saying?
He's big into the
I'm
hallucinogen
like, yo,
shit.
what? Hey, that's his shit.
That's his shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I know that's his shit. Yeah.
I
Rome-
saw him up in Buffalo a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, I was at your Boston show, and I took way too many mushrooms.
Yeah.
He's like, how was it? I was like, if it was any other concert, I don't think I'd like it, but it was great there.
Nah, yeah, you can hear it through his music too. Like, you ain't gotta know him to fucking know that.
I'm excited to hear you guys together, because you
Yeah.
have such, like, a chill, like, I love
Yeah.
your flow and your shit, and
Yeah.
he's so, like, he's dope, too, but in a different way, you know?
Nah, I always do it. Like, yo, I'm a fan first. You know what I'm saying? I like music. So, like, I want to see everybody win. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it from the giddy up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know how I know I fuck with someone who I've had on the podcast? Is because when they say they're a fan first. You can go back and listen, and a bunch of people have said it, and they're always like my favorite people. So I appreciate you saying that, cause
I gotta be a fan first, even on the tour and shit like that. I fuck all that, you know, backstage running around. Everybody want to mingle, take pictures. Even though I'm learning, I gotta learn to be more. You know what I'm saying?
I hate taking pictures, but people
gotta
like
learn,
it.
No,
Like,
I friends, fam. Everybody hits me up, and they straight up, they just, you know what I mean? It's like closest people to me, my support. Like they just be like, yo, why the fuck you not posting? When you got all this video, all this footage, like,
yeah.
why you not posting shit? Why you not dropping?
You need
shit?
someone
Why
to
you
like
doing
run your
shit?
social media and
I mean,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the.
And the shit I do day to day is even crazy. So it's like I gotta handle so much shit at one time, and it's like. But I love it. Don't get me wrong. This music shit is just like I love it. I see where it's going.
You
what I'm
feel the
saying?
necessity
We're
with the
not gonna
music.
skip steps 2 out 4 out 6. Like fuck all that shit. We're just gonna go left foot, right foot. Keep dropping music. I might have to just drop constant. I'm just gonna have to keep dropping constant music, constantly fucking around and get 50 motherfucking songs in a year. Fuck it.
Do
Yeah,
it, bro.
to
Like,
get 50 projects. Fuck it. I just got.
that's how everyone's blowing up now.
I got the music. I could drop it. Like you know what I'm saying.
That's what I mean,
Right.
I'm not telling you what to do, but like that's how everyone that's getting big now is doing it.
Like,
Is they're not.
I had a listening session the day before the first show in Atlanta. In Atlanta, we had a listening session, and we had time, so I ended up playing like fucking damn near 3-4 albums in that motherfucker. Like,
Damn.
like,
I want to hear some shit.
like you could really sit in the car, and smoke an L, and fucking listen to till you tired of my voice. Like
Yeah.
I have like even on tour, like you know what I mean, go from one spot to the other spot. We on the Sprinter, like yo, we got 9 hours there. Like I could literally play 9 hours worth of music. Like,
That's crazy. I want to hear all. Like, I want to hear
Right.
it. You know what I mean? Because I'm honored to sit down and talk to you. Like, I'm happy it worked out. But like, I am
I'm honored
excited
sit
to
here,
hear.
Man. I see what you're doing, man. Like I said, for the culture and all that, I really appreciate that shit because it put me on. I find new artists just like I want new artists to be like, yo, check out S.K.E. He got some shit. Like, you know, niggas be calling me S.K.E. and all that. This abbreviation, S.K.E. Like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's how I
S.K.E..
used to start my songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the S.K.E. And then, you know, Scheme, it's like you kind of outgrow that shit. It's hard to do business with somebody named Scheme, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah,
And,
I would.
there's
I
other
want people
schemes
to
in the
hear your
game.
shit. You should let me put a song out like on Instagram or something, or at the end of the podcast, so people listening can like hear your shit.
Yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
And everyone listening should look up, you know, your shit on all platforms.
Yeah, you can check me out, SKE.Heistman.com. I got all my merch, hats, shirts, motherfucking rolling trays.
Oh yeah, can I show them the
Yeah.
care package you gave me?
Yeah.
He gave me a fucking rolling tray, a lighter, a dab,
Yeah, you got the dab
mat,
mat. You
some
got
papers.
Yeah,
I got
papers.
the CD.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a joint quality
Irish
product.
got
Me,
a
Benny,
T-shirt.
El Camino. Right.
Thank you so much, man, for doing this. I really,
Yeah,
really
so,
appreciate
you know
it.
what I
This
mean?
was
Whenever
a
y'all roll
dope
up and
time.
shit, got a little
Yeah, we're
rolling
gonna
trays, all
smoke
that
some
shit.
more, but we'll turn the cameras off for the rest of it, man. Thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it.
Nah, appreciate y'all. You already know.
Everyone.
Shot, kid.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Peace.